Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Zach, and today we are going to be addressing the rumors that Lionel Racing is bringing back the Winner Circle brand. This is rumors that just started floating around today, and I wanted to address them the day of. I did a community post earlier, but I'm not sure how many of you actually saw it, so I just wanted to address these rumors because these are quite interesting, and I was reading into it basically all day to find as much information as I possibly could. So I've collected some information and I compiled it into a Google slide, and I'm just going to read it off today and show some images to sort of address these rumors that Lionel Racing may be bringing this back. So, let's go to the Google slide. Basically, for those of you who don't know what Winner Circle is, I'm going to be just reading this to give like a little brief rundown of what Winner Circle is, or rather, what they were. So, Winner Circle was a brand of the old Motorsports Authentics company that stopped making diecast around 2010. They sold their action brand to Lionel, who makes all 164 and 124 diecast today. So, Winner Circle no longer exists, and Lionel took over their duties in 2010 to 2011. This is false. Spin Master took over the duties of Winner Circle, at least in the retail side of things, and they produced cars from 2011 all the way up until mid-2015 when Lionel Racing came and took over. Winner Circle was known for making cheaper and lower quality cars that were sold at Target, Kmart, etc. This is false. The action cars were not too much higher quality for the most part. Like, they did have higher quality options available, but Winner Circle was very on par with the Gold Series at the time, so I don't really want to go ahead and say higher quality, because I don't know that that's completely true. Action made the higher quality cars back in the day, sort of false as I just said. So if you're talking about 164s, Winner Circle and Lionel are about the same, but when it comes to 124s, the current Lionel cars are much higher quality than the old Winner Circle cars. And this was posted by u/Steelers3814 on Reddit. And that is true. The current 124s are definitely higher quality than the old Winner Circle ones. The old Winner Circle diecast were interesting in the fact that nothing opened on them. There was no opening hoods, no opening trunks, no roof flaps that functioned. The tires didn't turn. I mean, they rolled, but they didn't turn left to right. The front tires didn't. So they were very, like, dumped down compared to the 124 diecast we have today. Similar to the cars Lionel tried to bring back in 2017, if you know what I'm talking about. So Winner Circle has been owned by 3 different companies: Hasbro, Action Racing, and Lionel. Hasbro Racing owned Winner Circle in the 90s and possibly early 80s. I'm not completely sure when they were created, but they were bought by Action Racing Collectibles in the year 2001. And the year 2001 is probably the year a lot of you remember, like, when those they did some commercials for them back in the day, like relatively like soon before Action bought them, so it was close to when Action bought them. And then in 2010, Lionel Racing purchased Action Racing, and they acquired the trademark for Winner Circle. And the reason all this, speculation and rumors started was by one single picture that was posted to Twitter. A picture that appears to have a Kyle Larson Race to Win diecast in a package that resembles like sort of like something that was Winner Circle. Now, the font that says Kyle Larson is sort of different from the ones that are on normal NASCAR Authentics. And if you zoom in, you can sort of see that it almost looks like this was printed on paper, but it's really hard to tell. It could go either way. I could say this was printed on paper, or I could say it was printed on cardboard. It might just also be because this is on a larger screen, because, I mean, this has that same, like, a grainy effect back here. So it's really hard to tell. But this does look really convincing, and I'm reluctant to say that it's fake. Somebody asked Lionel about this on Twitter, including me. Although Lionel didn't respond to me, they did respond to the other person. Someone said, specifically, logdrive_20 on Twitter said, "What is this?" And Lionel Racing replied, "It looks like a car with the confused face emoji." Now, this is very suspicious of Lionel to do this, because if it wasn't real, Lionel Racing likely would have came out and said, yes, that's not real. But they didn't, so that is the interesting thing. So yeah, I'm not completely sure what to make of this tweet here, but it's definitely interesting, and Lionel decided to stir the fire even more. They posted this on their Twitter, saying they were going to make an announcement on March 17th, 2023. Now, today is March 16th, 2023, at the time we're recording, and Lionel Racing is basically saying they're going to make an announcement tomorrow. It's suspicious that this would come out on the day of this Winner Circle thing coming out. And according to, things I've seen online, Lionel Racing's board is very pissed that this is even going on. Apparently, because this was found at the Hendrick Motorsports Museum, according to the person who claimed to have found it. And they basically said, yeah, I found this at the Hendrick Motorsports Museum, and, it was on the shelf, and, nobody can prove it's true. Nobody else has been to the Hendrick Museum since, to my knowledge, to, prove or disprove this. And, basically, what people are saying is that Lionel Racing had this taken off the shelves. So there's not any left on the Hendrick shelves to even be looked at. So there's no way to prove if this is real or not. But this picture that Lionel posted saying there's going to be an announcement tomorrow is a good indicator that this could be real. Now, this is a picture of the trademark for Winner Circle. It was filed on December 7th, 2022. It's under the Toy Vehicles category, and it's owned by Lionel Trademark LLC, which is Lionel Racing. And the serial number is 977-07039. So this seems to indicate that the trademark was recently refiled, which would lead you to believe that Lionel has had this in the works for at least a couple months. This is, quite a surprise to people who collect NASCAR diecast, especially since, Winner Circle has not been in the picture for a while. And so this is definitely something that surprised me. Now, we're not sure, obviously at this point, since the announcement has not been made, that specifically what this is going to mean. Because if we go back, this is a raced version diecast. You can see the Lionel raced version logo there. So it's suspicious because it could just be a rebranding for the raced version cars, seeing especially how it is the Winner Circle line. For those of you who don't know what the raced version cars are, is they are die-cast with confetti, scuffs, damage, and it's a replica of the car after the race. While the regular die-cast, which you can see in the background, would have been replicas of the car before the race. So, it could just be a rebrand of the raced version line. I don't know. It's really hard to tell at this point, especially with only one picture. Now, it seems that the Hendrick Motorsports only carries Hendrick Motorsports drivers diecast, obviously. Because as you can see in the background, you got Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott. I don't see any other drivers back there. Which would also indicate that there might be more cars in this line. Hendrick just didn't put them out for sale due to them not being Hendrick drivers. So, basically, what I think is going on is that Lionel is trying to basically please the fan base by bringing back the Winner Circle line. And this is because, I think this is mainly because, there's been a lot of criticism lately of Lionel Racing in the PTC mold, which I'm going to do a video on hopefully pretty soon. And yeah, there's been a lot of criticism of Lionel Racing regarding this, and I think this might be their attempt to hopefully win back some of those people who have been not so happy with them recently due to, the products they've been pushing out. And I would like to see, the old style packaging come back, especially for the haulers. I think that sort of packaging looks really nice. They could do like a modern take on it. I think maybe updating the Winter Circle logo could be good with a different font. Obviously, don't alter it too much, but just modernize the logo. Now, whether these will be available just in stores or like in stores and online isn't clear. Obviously, we're not even sure if it's real, but chances are, if it is real, it's only going to be available in stores due to it also having NASCAR Authentics branding. As you can see here, got NASCAR Authentics and Winter Circle there. So I think this might be Lionel trying to also sort of market these towards the collector and the, child that would want diecast. Because the Winter Circle was, historically, that brand was marketed towards kids. So I'm not sure, exactly what's going to come of this. I don't think anybody's sure exactly what's going to come of this. But this might be an attempt to win back some of those collectors that they lost because of, the things they've done in the past regarding the PTC mold. So that's really all I have to say on this, because I don't have any additional information that any of you don't have. So that's really the only thing I can say on this without speculating too much. But with that, this has been ZNC Reviews. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you like this style of video. I'm probably going to be doing more of these, as they're way easier to edit and compile together than my traditional videos. And also make sure to check out my website, zncreviews.com, for some different merchandise and promo codes and whatnot. Speaking of promo codes, check out CircleBDiecast.com and use my code ZNCReviews for $5 off shipping expenses. Any orders $30 or more really helps out the channel and helps me buy more diecast so I can make great content like this for you guys. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.